Were you part of the interview with Quindarius Zachary?
Yes.
And in your interview with Quindarius Zachary, did he talk about where the guns in the car was taken after the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that location?
Oak Drive, or whatever it is.
And was that your understanding of Kelvin Treadwell's home?
Yes.
All right. And is that the same location that became relevant as a part of the Dexter Montgomery shooting?
Yes.
And with the Dexter Montgomery shooting, was there a suspect and later someone arrested by the name of DeMaz McMullen?
Yes, Nard.
Okay. And did that same name come up as a part of the Donovan Thomas murder investigation?
Yes.
Sorry, I need to stay by the mic. And in both the Dexter Montgomery shooting and the Donovan Thomas murder, was Mr. Nard suspected to be a shooter?
Yes.
Now, when you met with Mr. Zachary, was that in August of 2015?
Yes.
And during that meeting with him, did you speak with him about the Lil Wayne bus shooting?
Yes.
And at the time, was he able to provide you information about the Lil Wayne bus shooting?
Yes.
And was Mr. Zachary one of the people that you saw that night at the compound back in April of 2015?
He was asked and answered previously.
That's fine.
Now, the Lil Wayne bus shooting happened on April 26, 2015?
Yes.
Right. 2 days after that, on April 28, 2015, was there a series of shootings that occurred?
Yes.
Okay. What were the series of shootings that you investigated as a part of your investigation with this retaliatory shootings on April 28, 2015?
The 1428 Adele, 1903 Drew, and the Landrum Drive shooting.
Okay. Was there an incident at Club Crucial on that day as well?
Yes.
And as a part of your investigation, what occurred at Club Crucial?
Demekian Garlington got jumped inside.
And based on your investigation, is Demekian Garlington associate or a member of YSL?
Yes.
Right. Did you investigate? You said you don't remember case numbers.
No.
Let me ask you about a series of numbers again. 15-118-0288.
Okay.
15-118-0462.
Okay.
15-118-0531. And 15-118-0588.
Okay.
Would the 0288 be the first incident of that sequence?
Yes. If I can, I don't know if you write it down or something.
That's a lot of numbers to keep in your head. Here's a pad.
order that they would have occurred in that day.
Yes.
So this would have been first, second, third, and fourth.
Correct.
We're gonna come back to that chart in 1 second. When you met with Quindarius Zachary, was he able to identify people that he told you were involved in the murder of Donovan Thomas?
Yes.
And did you show him pictures to confirm who he was speaking of when you talked to him?
Yes.
As far as the shooting of Donovan Thomas, who did Mr. Zachary say was, and let me get more specific, those who actually were a part of the drive-by shooting?
Diamante Kendricks, a.k.a. Yak, Demise McMullen, a.k.a. Nard, Justin Cobb, a.k.a. Doo-Wop, and Shannon Stillwell Jackson, a.k.a. SB.
Looking at 542YA, who did Mr. Zachary identify that as?
Diamante Kendricks.
Okay. 542YB,
Demise McMullen,
542YF,
Shannon Stillwell Jackson,
542YD.
Justin Cobb,
And did he have a nickname?
Doo-Wop.
Now, during your meeting with him, did you just have him also identify other individuals that he knew as part of YSL?
Yes.
All right. First, looking at 542YC, who did Mr. Zachary identify that as?
Jeffrey Young Thug Williams.
Okay. And that the same individual? Is that the same picture that was on his driver's license?
Yes.
Now. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as State's Exhibit 1JJ.
Or Club Crucial.
Now I'm going to also show you now what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 4KK. Admitted as 2LL. Oh, sorry, 1LL. And let me ask you, was 1903 Drew Drive one of the addresses that was significant as a part of your investigation?
Yes.
What was the significance of 1903 Drew Drive?
It was the home of Philip Collins, a.k.a. Philo, who's associated with If Gang and Haiti Gang.
And what about 1428 Adele Avenue? What, if any, significance did 1428 Adele Avenue have in your investigation?
That was the home of Darren Mills, Philo's brother.
Now, on April 28th, did you learn of another shooting that happened at 2900 Landrum?
Yes.
And who was staying there at that time based on your investigation?
Trevante Turner's girlfriend.
And to your knowledge here, do you know when in the line of events that shooting occurred?
It's going to be either 3 or 4.
Either the 3 or the 4. Okay. You said that was where Trevante Turner's girlfriend lived?
Yes.
Is that the same Trevante Turner that was shot in January on Stanhope?
Yes.
And Club Crucial, that's where Demickian got beat up?
Yes.
And did you say earlier jumped on by If Gang members?
Yes.
And was Demickian a YSL member?
Yes.
And so after Demickian gets beat up, then you have the call for the shooting at Adele?
Yes.
And
Overruled.
is Darren Mills an If Gang member?
Yes.
Then after this shooting, do you get the call for the Landrum?
Yes.
And Trevante is associated with YSL?
Yes.
And then after the shooting at Landrum, then you get the call for the 1903 drill.
Yes.
And Philo, what gangs he associated with?
If Gang.
Was that the definition of the type of retaliatory shootings you were getting in 2015?
Yes.
And was that the nature of the back and forth from January of 2015 to about September, October of 2015?
Yes.
And as law enforcement, were you investigating both sides of this war that was going back and forth?
Yes.
Were you only targeting YSL?
No.
Were you only targeting If Gang?
We targeted gang members and violence.